Hi guys, welcome back to Rebecca's Corner. So I wanted to do I'm gonna try to make this quick, a little video showing you how to make some star wreaths for like Memorial Day or the 4th of July, or just because you want to. So I went to the Dollar Tree yesterday and I picked up 2 of these star wreath forms. Kind of hard to see through me, but I picked up 2 of these. If your Dollar Tree is anything like mine, sometimes you gotta really pay attention, because when I picked up 2 originally, they were broken. Ooh, just smacked myself in the face with the tag. Oops. Yeah, they were broken down here, so be careful when you pick up these wreaths. Anyways, so I got 2 of those, and then picked up 2 red. I do have white, so this is some red deco mesh. This is, I think this one's, yeah, I'm pretty sure these are there all year round because they're not special. Anyway, then I picked up 2 of these beautiful blues. I love blue, so I can never have enough blue. And then 2 of these red, white, and blue ones. So I'm going to try to make them kind of like flags. So, you know, the red, the white, and the blue. But since this has red, white, and blue on it, I think I'm just going to use it this way instead of trying to make it all difficult on myself. So I'm going to cut this tag off at both of them. Stop myself from smacking myself in the face again. Then I'm going to adjust the camera and we're going to get started. Okay, I hope you can see this okay. So, well, they're not going to lay completely flat, but that's okay with me. So I'm going to set one to the side, and I think we're going to start with these. And I'm going to do something that I've never done before. So instead of like cutting it and then rolling it, I think I'm just going to kind of like weave it in and out and kind of like make it scruffy. I think that might be the proper term. So let me get some zip ties and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got me some zip ties. These are 8-inch. You can use like any size you want. This is just what I have on hand. And I'm going to connect it at this top point, like this point right. Oh, I can't see that. Like this point right up here, kind of like in the middle. I'm going to just go ahead and lay this in here. I'm going to take my deco mesh and I'm going to pinch it together where the ends connect. And I'm gonna lay this here. And I'm just gonna pull that really tight and push it through there. So I have that. Now, like I said, never done this before, but I'm just gonna grab me some, pull it up a little bit, grab me some, and kind of like weave it or push it down through here, down through the bar, pull some up, squish it. Now you might just need like a bunch of, I think I might actually take this over that bar and go down here and then push it through the bar so it kind of like goes in and out of that. So we have like one on the outside, one on the outside, and then one sort of in the middle. I know, it's kind of hard to see, and I'm so sorry. I'm going to try to back it up a little bit, so, okay. Okay. Okay, like I told you, I've never done this before. And it looks like my loops might be a little too big because I'm already running out of the deco mesh and I'm only on the first section. So I might go back and make these a little smaller. So we're just going to move on to the next section. Just pull up some loops. And just do it however you want it. I've made several wreaths before. Some with you guys, some I really just did on my own before I even created a YouTube channel. And it's just always been something that has just been fun for me because you get to watch your creation come to life. So do it however you want to do it. Because it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about it. It is all yours. It's all yours. If someone don't like it, they don't have to look at it. I know, you would prefer to look at it because you work hard on it. Tell you what though, making wreaths with deco mesh is not something you want to do if you don't have any patience. I am not known for having a lot of patience. So it's always interesting to see what, I guess I can get myself into. Okay, since I'm almost out of deco mesh for the first row, I think I'm going to go back and make this one a little smaller because I'm kind of liking the smaller version. So I'm going to decrease some of this poof and kind of like pull it down a little bit and try to make this one last a little bit more. So I'm just going to go back up where it is and pull. That's the top, the beginning, okay? And then make it a little smaller. And that one a little bit smaller as well. Which, that is not easy. I'm not gonna lie. Having to go back and change some things that you have made with deco mesh is not all that fun. Because it sticks together and it sticks to itself. And it just becomes one big, like, jumbled up, tangled up mess most of the time. I honestly have no idea which end I'm pulling from, so give me a second. Okay, so I took it apart, like I typically do, and just decided that I'm going to take my deco mesh and kind of like roll it around, but also kind of like try to squish it together so it covers the black underneath as much as possible. Like I said, working with deco mesh is not for the faint of heart. If you have no patience, I do not recommend making wreaths. So it unfortunately has become quite difficult to make sure this one spot is covered. So I am just pushing it together here and trying to kind of like force them. Okay, I will say there are pros and cons to everything I make on this channel. First of all, here's con number one. Using Dollar Tree deco mesh frays so much. Like, it frays so bad. And I haven't cut it. Like, I literally have not cut it. It is fraying because it is sticking to itself. Literally, just because it's sticking to itself, it is fraying. So, but I love using Dollar Tree deco mesh because it's cheap. But it frays like crazy without even being cut. Like, it's because it's so cheaply made, which is why they can sell it cheap. But you get what you pay for, and I know that. So what we're doing is we're just picking up deco mesh, we're running it through the middle of the star, and just wrapping it around our wreath form. Now the most difficult part of this will be the corners, since you know it's a star, but we're going to do our best, and we're just going to cover those as much as possible, and we're going to keep moving. But honestly, I am kind of liking how it's turning out so far. I mean, this corner I am going to have to work on a little bit more, but that's okay. There's always something I need to go back and readjust. Never fails with me. If you have followed me for a little while, you know that. I've always had to go back and recheck something, but that's alright. See this? It's just sticking to itself, so I'm just going to cut it because it's so aggravating right here. And I'm only cutting the excess where it frayed. I'm not like messing it all up. I promise. Okay, so we're about halfway through with our first row here. got this end finished. So I'm going to get me another one of these zip ties. Stick it through the center. As close to well, yeah, as close to, it's still twisted, this middle section as possible, close to the end of this. So I'm going to actually open a second one. And this end and this end are going to be together. I'm going to try to twist him a little bit. Move my zip tie down, and I'm going to zip tie them together as flat as I can get them. There. And then I'm going to tuck those ends into where we rolled it. Well, tuck them as close as I can. Now we can start with our next one. After we get this pot cleaner off. I don't know why I'm calling it pot cleaner. It's a zip tie. Yes, I know I'm probably not supposed to use scissors on that, but that's okay. They're weak anyways. I need to replace them. I just can't afford it yet. So I'm just gonna keep rolling around. Okay, sorry, I thought I had some wire clippers, and I did at one point, but I lost them. It's okay. And that's part of why this is fraying so bad. It's getting caught on those little ends. I'm gonna expand this on here. Trying to get this corner done a little bit better. So the next wreath, we're going to actually cut the deco mesh and make it like an actual star. Like a, kind of like the flags are. You know, the red, the white, and then the blue in one section. Yeah, that's what we're going to do with the rest of that. See, this should have already been up on that side. Don't know why it's not. Okay, So moving on. Tell you what, it's fraying really bad, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's these little sections on the inside, they are not flush and together the way they should be. So the metal's sticking out a little bit, which is messing up the deco mesh. But they are Dollar Tree wreaths, so don't complain too much, Rebecca. It was cheap. Okay, in this bottom section here, I'm just trying to even out some bad spots. I'm just kind of rolling it around where I really need work. Since I'm not 100% happy with it, I'm just going to tuck it in because I might have to go back and fix that. But okay, we did it. Not bad for our first stall wreath attempt. There are things I would have done differently. Like I would have not used the Dollar Tree deco mesh, and I would have clipped off those extra ends on the insides and these here, the wire pieces where they're connected, because they poked the deco mesh, so it kind of like looks bad, but looks pretty cute. I love it. So number 1 is done. On number 2. Alright guys, so we are working on our next star wreath. Now this one I am actually going to cut the deco mesh, roll it up, and then stick it in some pipe cleaners on my wreath form. So I'm putting the pipe cleaners on my wreath form right now. So the colors you will need are red, white, and blue. I did not, so I bought me a huge bundle from Amazon a couple months ago, but only, if it was multi-color, so you get like a little bit of every color. I do not have enough of them to go around, so I am improvising the reds using some dark pinks, and you know what? It's fine. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna see this but me. Well, and you guys, that's about it. So I'm not worried about it. So I'm gonna finish putting this on here. Well, let me move this and show you how I'm adding these pipe cleaners to a wreath form. Okay? Give me 1 second. Okay, so put the pipe cleaner in through the top, down to the middle, and add a couple good tight twists. They might move a little bit, but that's okay for now. We'll just tighten them back up later. I did not grab enough of those. So the outer edge is going to be reds. So this is all going to be red. The inside I'm going to do whites. And then of course, hard to show you guys. So like this part and then this part over here are all going to be blue. So the red and white will go to right here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I do not have enough white. I thought I did, so I thought I had 2 of each color, but I only have 1 thing of white, I believe. I will check my stash just to be sure, but from what I have noticed, it looks like I only have 1 thing of white. So let me check that. I'll be right back. Okay. So I've got all of my reds on here. I was correct. I do not have any more white deco mesh. That's okay. We'll use what we have. And I only have that one by accident. So during this Easter season, when I was making those cross wreaths, I went ahead and just bought me some extra like colors, like whites and purples and blues and like light blue, so it wouldn't have worked for the stars and stripes and, you know, Memorial Day, July the 4th colors, but it'll work for like the spring season or like special occasions where light blue is used, I guess. Or I might just save it for next spring. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to show you guys one more time with this last blue. Well, this one somehow hooked itself over the other side. Okay. So you take this one, take the pipe cleaner, you take it up through the bottom, and then you pull it up, try to make it as even as possible through this loop right here. Make it even. Pull it up, make it even. And you give it a couple of really tight twists. They're not supposed to move that much, but they move a little bit when I do it, so I guess I'll give it tight enough, whatever. So for the blue ones, I put them on both the inside and the outside. So there's a blue one here, and there's a blue one here. But the rest of them, of course, will be white. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 whites. I do not have enough of that color of my pipe cleaners. That's okay. I do have like a light blue color, so I might use like the light blue. Okay, last one. I ran out of white, so I ended up having to use 2 light blue ones. But you just stick the pipe cleaner in the same way you did with the outer rings, but this side you go in between the 2 on the outer side. Like the 2 pipe cleaners on the outside of them. I'm probably not explaining this very well. I apologize. So that's our wreath form. And I like to do the outside first. So I'm going to push all of my inner pipe cleaners down. So then I have all of my outer ones out and easily accessible. Okay, so that part is done. I'm going to set that to the side. So all of the Dollar Tree's deco mesh is 6 inches long. 6 inches wide, sorry. It's 6 inches wide and then 5 feet long, of course. So So what I like to do is I'm going to cut the little slots 8 inches wide. Each one of these little things is an inch. And then that, use that to hold it down. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, that ain't gonna work. Okay. We'll just do this way. I can't cut straight, so it's pretty much what you see is what you get with me. Not the straightest, not the prettiest, but you know what? It gets the job done. And we're just cutting it 8 inches long. Roughly 8 inches long. So I don't like them too long, but I don't like them too short. I just want to do like 6 inches and kind of like fold them like a flower petal. But I don't know if I really want to do that. So what I want is to be able to fold this over just a little bit. And then roll this in just a little bit. And kind of just like push it together. Kind of like that. Now that I'm looking at it. So I might actually end up doing the flower petals. So let's do that. Let's cut one. Yeah, so we'll cut it at the 12. And we'll fold it in half. Fold this side, and kind of like squish it together. Gives us this cute like little petal. I don't know. I don't think I like the flower petal. Nah. We'll do it the other way. You take it over here, you put the middle. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to do another one. I fold it in. Kind of squish the middle. This is another reason I hate the deco mesh from the Dollar Tree, because it does not like to cooperate with me. I cannot get it to work straight, or the way that it's supposed to. So you just open your pot cleaner, stick the middle of it in there, and then you twist it. I think I might actually start doubling up on these, because they look very flimsy on there. in the middle of the pipe cleaner, and you just give it a good couple tap twist. Yeah, I think that looks better than just this one over here. And then that one, so I'm going to hold this one in my hand. This is as close to live crafting as you guys can get. Like, I'm tearing it apart, I'm talking to myself. Like, this is just how Rebecca crafts. But you know what? Sometimes you just need to talk to yourself. You just do. Okay. Back to 8 inches. Roughly 8 inches. Like I told you guys, I cannot cut straight. So I'm just folding in the 2 corners on one end and rolling it just a little bit to try to help some of the fraying, but unfortunately mine always fray. So I crisscross my 2 colors, well, 2 colors, my 2 bows, and I lay them over pipe cleaner, put up in the center, pull that tight, and twist it around. So we got 2.5 of the outer ring on one section done. It'll look better, I hope, once the white goes on there, and then of course the blue. Also, I haven't played with a lot of, or used the Deco Mesh from the Dollar Tree a lot. I try to buy it from like Amazon or Michael's because it just holds together a little better. It's a little easier to use, but sometimes all you can afford is the Dollar Tree, so you make it work. It's actually not too terrible yet. So far, it's looking okay. So far, so good. I'm actually going to try to make them a little bit longer. terrible at rolling this deco mesh. That's okay. That's fun. I think deco mesh actually just hates me, so that's okay. I love how it makes my wreaths look, so I'm gonna keep using it. And you just continue cutting and rolling. I might just finish cutting these and then I'll go back to rolling them because that's taking forever. So I've never actually used one of these star wreaths before. This is definitely a new experience for me. Completely new. Never used them before. I've always wanted to, just never figured out what to do with them. And as the holiday was approaching, that don't look right. Okay. Alright. Anyways, thought I broke my rotary cutter. Anyway, so as Memorial Day was quickly approaching, I debated, playing with them and figuring out something, and it hit me one day, just make it like a star, make it like a flag. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be the most expensive craft you can do. This needs to be, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have broke my rotary colors. No, it just somehow got loose. Okay, that'll work for now. Or not, now it's too tight. No, don't roll. That might be better. Okay, sorry guys. Technical difficulties. Okay, and since this one is at the end, I'm just going to use this whole one at the end. Okay, so let's try to cut these, or to roll these. Alright guys, I'm starting to love how this is looking. Like, it's hard for me to show you, but this is looking really cool. Really, really cool. I'm so proud of myself. Because usually, tell a little fib on myself here. Tell a story actually. So usually when I try to figure out, what to do, with you guys or what to show you guys, I always get in my head and talk myself out of it. I don't know why I'm like that. I guess it's just me, because I've always just told myself, they don't want to see you do that. They don't want to see you make that wreath. Or they don't want to see you put that cart together or unbox that item or just, do whatever. They don't see that. So I'm trying to get out of that mindset and just, just record myself and just post it either way, instead of telling myself no, don't record it, and just making it. So I'm sorry that, it's been a while since I posted on here. It's because I've been in my head and I've had other things. Well, I've had a lot of things to do, and so I've just taken care of everything else instead of, you know, recording and crafting with you guys. I'm also really behind on my crafting because I've been so busy with everything else that's been going on. So I'm trying to get better at recording for you guys. So yeah, so that's why I've been a little late and getting these videos done for you, and it's just been hectic in my mind. And you know, that's okay, because we all have mental health days. Some of us just don't express it. I don't tell, you know, my boyfriend about it. I don't tell my family about it. Nobody knows. I just deal with it on my own. Probably not a good thing. I do not recommend, you know, just doing it yourself. So, anyways, all we're doing here is just rolling this deco mesh, trying to, you know, keep the ends from fraying as much as possible by rolling them up, and just finding a spot for the next spot. I'm trying to, you know, do it in, you know, order around it so I don't miss any of them. And like I said, I start with the outer ring first. Believe it or not, I just twisted two of them together. That's what I get for talking. Oops. Like I said, this is as close to live crafting as I'll probably ever get. Yeah, so this goes there. That goes there. These go here. But I think it's good that you guys see, you know, the mistakes and the process of, like, how I do things, and, you know, how this goes to this point, or this goes to that point, and how I came up with this solution or that solution, and I think it's good that you guys see it. Sorry for the constant buzzing, guys. I actually craft or record using my cell phone, so it goes off a lot. Sorry. That's probably why you're hearing like a lot of buzzing, because I have like security cameras like all over my house, so my phone's constantly going off when it detects motion. Okay, so that one roll got me almost all the way done. Had I not doubled up on these, I probably would have got all the way around the red. But I didn't want to do that, so I got to this corner. I'm almost done. Here's the rest of the red. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 12 more just to finish this one, which is fine with me. So technically I already got one done. So I had all of those, and I'm trying to push them down to where they try to, you know, keep the corner shapes kind of noticeable. So I'm trying to, you know, maneuver them around as I work to just keep those spots sort of noticeable and yet keep it full. So, okay. This is the second one, and since I probably won't use this entire roll, I'm going to keep the packaging so I can put it back in that, just to keep it a little less all over the place. Okay, so I started with 14, then I moved it up to like 16. anyway, like I was saying, the constant buzzing is just my security cameras going off telling me that my cats are moving around in the house and outside, so it's no big deal. I'm gonna loosen that up just a little bit more. Okay. That's better. 5. So did not go straight at all. Like, at all. That's okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. Tell you what, guys. So this cutting mat is actually a self-cutting mat, self-healing cutting mat. So I can't cut through it. Like, I've cut on it, but there's no damage, more damage to my table. I had one that said it was a self-healing mat before, and so I went to cut something. It might have been Deco mesh. I'm not sure what I was cutting, but I cut something and somehow damaged my table underneath. I was so upset. But this one was more expensive than the last, but definitely better. So highly recommended it. I got it on Amazon. Oh, sorry, hit the camera. My bad. I don't really remember what the name of it was. I think it was like $20 to $25 though. If I can find it, I will add the link below. It is highly recommended. Highly recommended. Not just by me, several crafters. I follow use this mat. When I make wreaths like this, I try to keep the outside color as close to like the outside edges as possible, especially when I'm about to work on the middle. So it's just easier to get to them. So I kind of like fold them out towards like the edge, so you can clearly see and easily work on the inside, which is where we are headed, thankfully. I think I'm going to save the blue for last because I'm so excited about that one. I love blue. Blue is literally my favorite color. So, I'm excited about playing with that color. So, I used to think Deco Mesh wreaths were way too full, way too overpriced, way too overfull, way too stuffed. I used to not like them. I'm not really sure what changed, but once I started, it might have just been because I was young and was just crocheting wreaths by myself. I actually have one for the 4th that I designed and made myself that I will show you guys. It's hanging on my craft room door on the outside right now. So I will show you that one before this video is over. But So I think I just thought they were too full because I was crocheting and making all of them by myself. And I didn't see the point of making it too full. But I guess when I got older, I started seeing the beauty of the fuller wreaths and how gorgeous they looked, and figured out how to make them. And I was like, oh, so it's not as difficult as it seems. And so here we are. Almost done with all this red. And it really makes me just want to play that Taylor Swift song, Red. Because, y'all, I'm seeing red. Okay, so when you get closer to the end of finishing, like on the outer rings, sometimes it's difficult to, see where you're actually at, or where your pot cleaner is, or like the important things you need to see. Don't worry about it, because we all struggle with that. Sometimes some people just won't admit it, but I'll admit it. I struggle sometimes with those. And I do have some extra red here in case, it's not as full as I want it and I need to add some more, so I can just go back and add some to it. And the frame is sticking to itself. Of course. Okay. Alright, you guys. So all of the red is in place. So like I said, I'm just going to try to push this out, and then those pot cleaners as well. You don't need those right now. They have little frames, so we're just going to snip some of those off so it's not as noticeable. And it'll fray. I mean, it's Deco Mesh frays. If you have any tips or tricks on how to cut Deco Mesh without it fraying, please let me know and leave me a comment. I have heard that you could use a rotary cutter, what I did, and that'll stop fraying. It did not. I've also heard that you could use a wood burner. Haven't tried that. Might try that. I don't know. So we'll see. I do have like a laminating thing to try to help, but it does not help. Like, I heard, heat helps. Well, okay. I use heat and it doesn't work, so I don't know if anything really stops it from fraying. I feel like everything will make it fray because you cut it. You cut it, you change its dimensions, you change its integrity, you change everything about it. So I don't see how a few things will stop the fraying, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So I need 8. Well, there's 8 pipe cleaners. I technically need 16 of these. Two. By the way, I don't count out loud for you guys. If it helps you, that's great. I really just do it for myself. 3. 4. Not perfectly straight. Second cut with a dime. That's okay. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay, 12. And I do have a little bit, not much, cool for this, but I do have a little bit left, so that's great. So, hang these back on my IKEA cart. Okay, I just made a stupid mistake, and I am gonna ask, did anybody catch what I did? I feel like an idiot because of it, but you know, we all make mistakes, and I'd like to know if anybody was paying close enough attention to catch what stupid mistake I just did. Because I showed you guys what I was doing. I showed you guys what I was counting. So I just pulled a very, very, very big mistake. Well, I guess it's not that big, but I feel like an idiot now that I figured out what I did wrong. Oops. But that's okay. I might actually leave some of these frays here because it kind of gives it a little bit of an extra edge, a little extra texture. Okay, 3 left, which means I have 6 left to roll. But look how cool the blue does poke out. So I'm gonna try to hide that a little bit better, but I am loving it. And if you catch what stupid mistake I did, please leave a message in the comments. I would love to know what you guys think you caught, or if somebody actually did catch it. But I will say this, I am pretty smart, not to brag on myself, but I have 2 college degrees, and I do know how to count, and I do know how to spell. So, I feel like I just needed to point that part out. I do know how to count, and of course I can spell. But, if you caught my stupid mistake, I'm owning up to it. I did do something stupid. But, yes, I know I keep saying it. I'm sorry. But, I just want to know if any of you caught it. Because I know I showed it. By the way, I pretty much just told you what I did. So, let me know if you caught on. Please let me know. Okay, one more of the white to add, and then it's blue, baby. And then we'll hang it this way. So, I'll move those on the door to try to show you a little more. I will say this though, I am recording on my phone, so of course you've heard the buzzing and the texting and stuff for the notifications. Sorry about that. But I am charging it right now, which is why I kind of am limited to where I can move it right now. Because this Filmora app I use to edit and record my videos, well, any video app I've found, actually drains my battery faster than it should. And it's not the phone. I have a very expensive smartphone. So, okay. So, move the camera up a little bit, so maybe it's easier for you guys to see it this way. So, got all my reds and all my whites on here. It's not as much like a flag as I wanted. I guess I could have put some white in between the reds back here, but okay. So here we go. It's not as much of a flag as I wanted, or as I expected, because I had to put the white on the inside instead of on the outside. So I'm going to maneuver some around just to make it look like there's white in between the red. I didn't have enough white to go everywhere in the middle, like in between each red. But technically, if you look at the back, they're in between. But we're going to add the blue, and hopefully that'll make it pop a little bit more. So, time to add my favorite color. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 12. 12. No. We need 12 of these cut. This is just so pretty. I don't really want to cut it. I'm going to, but Guess I'll loosen that screw up too much. 6. 7. Oops. 8. No, just now realized I bought 2 rolls of the blue. And I don't know why. I know I wouldn't use as much, but I still bought 2 rolls. 10. 11. 12. Alright. I am going to make a bow with this as well. So, or I might just add, oh, that's what I'll do. So I'll add some ribbon and like some white ribbon with the reds and then some red ribbon in with the white to make it look more flagified. Yeah, I know that's probably not a word. That's okay. Just gonna leave it laying here. Now the ribbon I have, like the red, white, and blue colored, they're not wire ribbons, but that'll be okay for this project. But typically you would prefer to use, I'd prefer to use wired ribbon, especially if I'm making like a big bow. I use wired ribbon because it holds better and I can manipulate it a little bit more. I might need to do the other one. Okay. Ooh. Right, now that I've added some blue, I really think it helped make it look more of like a flagified look. I'm not going to do a video on it, but my parents believe in Bigfoot. Please don't hold that against me if you don't believe in them, because I don't. And they have asked me to make them a coffee cup and for Mom and a hat for Dad. So I will post those over on my TikTok channel at rebecca.leanne. That's where my craft channel there. So I'll post some over there, or some pictures of them when they're done. I haven't made them yet. That's what I'm doing after I make all these with you guys. Okay, so I'm going to have to use a black one to hang it with. That's okay. So pipe cleaner is going to go in this corner here. What I like to do is I like to kind of like twist it like around. Well, I'm just going to use this middle pipe here. So, pop. Okay, I'm going to go up through here and twist it around this middle in here for this one. And with the second one, I'll do the same. And then I'll kind of like twist them over the main part. And then twist them together. Okay, so let me move you and show you what it looks like. So, taking our flour down, and there's our star. I really do like it. So, but I'm going to cut a few pieces of ribbon to kind of just like to kind of just twist them inside each other, or to help a little more with the red, white, and blue type thing I wanted it to look like. I could also put more deco mesh on it, but I think I'm done with the deco mesh. I just want to put some ribbon on it. So, I'm going to find my pipe cleaners. Okay, so I'm just cutting some ribbon, some red, around 5 inches. Just to stick here and there in the whites. You're probably hearing it rolling on my pegboard. I have it on my pegboard, my ribbon rolls. I think. Nope, it's one, I think. No, it's 5. I do have a slight headache today. That's probably why I'm like so out of it, like counting wise. 6, 6, 7. Probably should have done is just cut one, put it in here, and saw how I liked it. help. Okay, so I kind of like how that looks, but there's one thing I don't like. The blue looks plain. It should not be plain. So, I have a few options. I have this ribbon, but it's a different color blue. So, I don't. Let me try to. I don't think I want to do that one. I think I'm just gonna do white, like I just did with the red. Sorry, you can't see my face. I'm just gonna do white, like I did with the reds, and then put some of those in the blue, so it looks like a star. So, or just so it has a little bit in it. So, let's. Okay, let's see what this does. That looks a little bit better. So, I don't want them in every single one, because you can still see some blue in the flag. Okay, so I like the way that looked. So I'm gonna go back and add white to the rest of it. Okay, let me show you guys how that looks, because it doesn't show up as good on camera. Hang on a second. Look how cool. So I'm gonna cut off the excess pipe cleaners, but look how cool that looks. I love that. That is awesome. Okay guys, that is all for today. We have made 1, 2 star wreaths together. Let me show you this one again. We did it. We have made 2 of these star wreaths together for Memorial Day / 4th of July, and I am so excited about showing people these wreaths because I worked really hard on them. You all didn't see everything, of course, but you saw most of it. You saw the issues that I had. You saw what I didn't like about them. You saw me take it apart and redo it. Exhibit A. I took this one apart and redid it. Oops, it's okay. But I love them, and I hope you guys do too. And I hope if you make them that you don't make the same mistakes that I did, and you learn from my mistakes, because I apparently have not learned from my own. But I love making these wreaths, and I absolutely love doing them with you guys. So I want to thank you once again for stopping by and for sticking to the end of this video, since we did make two different ones. You had a different way to make a wreath. I guess, yeah, because I've never made one like that before on this channel or at all in person. And if you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. Welcome back to my craft family, my craft corner, on this little spot of YouTube. I appreciate your subscriptions. Yes? No, I appreciate you for subscribing. That sounds a little bit better. Sorry, my wrist got sore, and holding up my tripod. So, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. And if you are just visiting this channel, first of all, welcome. I am glad you stopped by, and please consider subscribing. There's a little bit of everything going on this channel. There's more to come, of course. I'm nowhere close to finishing up or just canceling this channel. I'm gonna try to get better at posting. It's been a while. I've been crazy busy and have had a lot going on mentally to where I just haven't felt like crafting. So I'm sorry if you've been here and just waiting on my next project. I do apologize. I needed to take some time to take care of me first. Sorry. Anyways, if you're new, please consider subscribing and sticking around. I would love to have you join my little corner of YouTube and my little craft family, and please consider sticking with me. I also have two TikToks. One is based strictly on my crafts. I do a couple of like short videos that I do on there, and just sometimes I'll share them YouTube, sometimes I just leave them. I'm gonna try to do better at posting like behind the scenes pictures and videos, and so there's that one. And then I have a personal one with my that's full of just like our journey together and our travels. We love to go hiking, we love to go exploring, and so we go to these different cities and we explore. We go to different towns or different spots, and we just do our own thing, together. Of course, we do it together. So we'll go for, like, we just recently came back from a trip to Charlotte, so we went down there and we just explored the downtown area because we've never been there. So we took an electric train, we went for a walk around downtown, we saw this beautiful waterfall in this park, and we stayed and took the train back and walked in the dark with no sidewalk and no streetlights. Thankfully, we brought a flashlight, so that was interesting. He ended up having to put icy hot on my very badly injured knee both nights we were down there. But the next day we went shopping, and then we went to an old gold mine, and all of this is on TikTok, by the way. It's all on our TikTok, and we enjoy stuff like that, and I love sharing that with people, and I now share it with my TikTok family as well. So I would love to have you guys join me over there as well. I also have an Instagram account based strictly on my YouTube channel. So that one, I'll post all the links down below. So that one, I'd love to have you join as well. So thank you once again for joining me and making these wreaths with me. I had so much fun. making a new star wreaths. Never done it before, and I wanted to do it with you guys. So thank you for joining. Thank you for stopping by. Please consider subscribing, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.